All right, we'll go ahead and open up the Board of Works meeting. If everybody's had a chance to read the previous minutes, I'll entertain a motion.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes.
I've got a motion. Do I have a second?
Have to be you, no.
I'll second that. It's good to go. Okay, under the mayor this evening, we've got proposals from Brooks. I don't have to go through council, but I want Board of Works to know about it.
Got paving proposals.
Paving for the alleys and paving for the patches. You got yours with you? You got them somewhere. Okay. For the alleys, in between Glass Capital Chrysler Car Lot and MGS Mortuary, the alleys, mill down and complete repave 1.5 inches is $26,245. That is in the street department's budget, so
So basically the alleys, the two alleys on that side of it.
yes, we did this side, we'll do that side, and I hope in next year, year after, we do the post office side. So I'll run this through council too, but I'd like to run it through Board of Works for your approval too, for that.
And that's patching too?
The patching,
Patching separate, you said?
yeah, the patching is separate. If you approve the alleys, then we'll go into the patching.
I make a motion to approve the proposal for paving the alleys.
I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second for $26,245 to resurface the alleys. Also, in different locations, we have existing patches from water leaks. That comes in at $10,975. We had some big patching this time around. They will do all the work. They will. We sold them. They'll come back and mill them down and fill them back in.
They've got that one on Washington. They've got the big one down, they got one down by Carroll's, I think. They got the big one on North Street.
Yeah, North Street.
Got one on Blackford.
Yep.
Big one on Blackford. Yeah, there's
And
some
we
big ones.
got one down on Second Street too. We did.
Yeah.
Then there's a patch by the railroad tracks on Meridian Street
Okay, yeah.
that'll be filled in. So I think I got all the big ones. The one on Lincoln, we'll do that when they pave. So the gas company retired a home line, service line down there for the house they tore down.
What about did you talk to them about that house there on Washington Street? I knew you talked to them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a second response. I went over that guy's head to a supervisor, so haven't heard back from him yet.
Okay. I make a motion to approve the quote for the patching also.
Second.
Got a motion and a second for $10,975 for the city's patching from Brooks Construction. I'll give it. I better keep that in. Okay, tomorrow, we'll meet with JCDC, Sienna Bells and Jody, and we'll have a Zoom meeting with Mike Kleinpeter. He will be our grant writer, hopefully. We're talking to him about, see what, how they would take care of our Okra grant. So, like I said, that's tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Also, we got a invoice from Baker Tilly for incorporating, bringing 2 parcels of land inside the city limits. This invoice was for $1,470, so I need a motion to pay that.
I'd make a motion to do that.
I'll second.
Got a motion and a second. That carries.
Now, is that,
We approved this like back in May.
yeah, is that,
That's
so,
part of the under 5,000, or not to exceed
yeah, but
5.
my question was, what's the next step? This is for the annexation.
Yes, they're not done yet.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was gonna
As
say,
soon as they get it incorporated, then we'll have the swearing in of our TIF board members, and then we'll do start our TIF program. But we got to have this incorporated, and we got to have our board officers for the Redevelopment
That's my
Commission.
question was how far, what's the next step on the annexation, or what do they have to do left to get the annexation done? Is it?
I don't know that yet. Don't know that. I will have to touch base and see where
I
they're
know
at.
they'll have to send notices out to
Right, the public.
the property owners,
Yeah.
but we have the property down there, and the other one's we have both properties, actually. The
Yeah,
last
yeah.
factory cap property
Yeah.
too is in DIDC, so yeah, it should be easy.
I haven't seen any of that in the paper yet, so I would say that's probably one of their next moves.
Okay.
As long as we keep it moving,
Yeah.
not let somebody drop the ball and we're waiting.
Okay.
Update on ordinances, I'm still working on them. I want to get our zoning ordinances updated and also the golf cart ordinance, so I'm still working on that. Got a couple ideas, but I don't have that worked out yet. The police department, I guess today, the commissioners signed the contract for all their new radios for the county, and they got a price list for Portland and Dunkirk. I'm communicating with Robert out to Far Barn, getting a list of what he needs, and then I'll communicate with Dane. We don't need a whole lot at the police department because we already bought a lot of them 800 radios. So when I get them, when I figure out for sure what they need, then I'll compare it to the price sheet and we'll go from there on getting the radios so we can stay up with what the county's doing. Okay, on the water department, we talked to the guys, they're wanting to get uniforms. I think it's a good idea. I told them that I didn't think we need to increase our budget. We would take it out of their line items. Kara seems to think we can too, so really it just needs approval from the Board of Works, and they can get their uniforms.
I think it's a good idea, but with saying that, I think it's going to be a cost, it's going to be reoccurring every time. So I kind of think we should think about this.
Well, you got the water and sewer, because you got
Right.
sewer on here also.
Yeah, I didn't get till Brad till later on today, but
Can you tell them what the price is for this 95.92?
So that's for 4 employees, 11 sets of uniforms. That involves the doormats and stuff. When you walk in, so you're not tracking everything through our labs and all that. It is all of our cleaning supplies for the lab. So I mean, chemicals to brooms to mops, because we buy mops, 3 mops a week probably. And that backwashing destroys mops. And we don't get charged for a mop head for them. We pay it once a week. I think it's like 10 cents a week for a mop head. Versus $5 at Menards.
so you're looking at like $4,800 a year. Like I said, he's got, I mean, whether we take it out of equipment or take it out of whatever, they've got the money there, but it still needs to go through the Board of Works. There's no increase to the budget, like I said.
I'm okay with it, I'm just glad we're talking a little bit about it.
And is that gonna be the same situation at this wastewater?
Yeah,
It's right below at
I know, but I mean,
45.82.
are they gonna do the same thing? The
Yeah.
mats, the cleaning supplies, whatever that?
I can't
Yes,
answer that question,
so-
since there's a
Theirs
difference
is
of prices.
Mhm.
They had
45.82.
the 3 employees, they got a mat where Lisa always stands, the real thick one.
Yeah.
And I think that's all they got. I don't think they got the cleaning supplies like we did.
And you know that Are you assuming Brad's gonna wanna do the same thing as the street department?
Brad's, I talked to Brad this afternoon. Yeah, Chase, he said it'd be all right for Chase to be one guy. He don't want it unless they give lined in the winter, because he wears lined pants in the winter every day.
With Brad, I did talk to the Centos people. If there only being two people, if they do it, they will not deliver to them because it's not $35. It's like $35 delivery charge. And I said, okay, can I put them on ours? And they just don't get them. I said, yeah.
Okay, well, but,
Okay, I'm gonna leave Brad out of this until I find out if they have the lined. Because he said otherwise in the winter he wouldn't wear them. They're not lined. Anyway, we'll go back to the street department. We don't need them for the parks, so I don't feel we need them for part-time out there. So.
I don't have an issue with it.
I'll entertain a motion then
I'll make a motion.
for the water.
I'll make a motion, we approve the rental agreement for the water and wastewater. I'll do both of them.
Do I have a second?
Yes, second.
Got a motion and a second, that'll carry. You have anything else in the water, bro?
Just Krista.
Did you, we had one, if I'm understanding right, we had one application turned in. Krista Scott, she is the one that's been working part-time out the park. Brad recommended her very highly. He hates to lose her, but he can't keep working her through the winter, so.
She's a good worker.
So I guess Brad's asked him to start her down at the water plant. What I'd like to do is split her between the water plant and sewage plant. I don't know what that causes for you.
It would just have to be on their time card where she worked and what hours.
Okay. Or maybe you guys can work it out where she works 1 week at the water plant and the next week at the sewage plant, or however it works out.
The only problem's gonna be insurance and benefits. I'm gonna split that up. If she's not working 20 hours here and 20
Right.
hours there, do I just split it 50-50, or how do I work that out for insurance?
Yeah, I see what you're saying, because does that still come out of the water and wastewater budgets, the insurance, and all that
And
kind
their
of stuff?
turf and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
So what's your worries about doing that?
If we're not gonna work her 20 at the sewage and 20 at the water, how do I split the benefits?
Oh, 2020. Yeah, I'd say a week at a time. You good with that, Brock? You have enough work to keep her all the time?
Right now, absolutely.
Well, that's
What
gonna
you
be
need
that.
right now?
I don't know.
Let's,
During the winter, it's 50.
let's just go, if you guys, if you want to go ahead and hire her for down at the water plant, we'll work the rest of it out. So,
We can change that later. Yes, I would say yes to that. And if you can tell us what you need, we'll make it work.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
somewhere
She's
down
gonna
the
work,
line, he
you
won't
know,
need her
I
all
mean,
the time.
If she's gonna be split between both of them, I'll just do 50-50. But if she's gonna be working at the water plant more than the sewage, I don't think that's right, but they pay most of their benefits.
Right, we need to make it fair.
Gonna have to be even.
And if it's all, I mean, it's not
If
gonna
it's
make a
just
big
one day a
deal.
week,
It's all
it's not that big a deal, but if it's gonna be a week here, a week there, it's gonna make a difference on my end.
I'm working that out. You making that motion, Jesse, to hire her?
For the sewage, or for the water department in whole.
And I'll second that.
We've got a motion and a second to hire Krista Scott at the water department. That carries. The sewage department, we took care of the uniforms, but Dan's got a couple things.
Yeah, they have their need to apply for their construction permit for their, project out there for the phosphorus. And I guess Jack's gotta sign it. construction permit, I guess, for the,
We can't
The
take bids
construction.
or anything till we have a construction permit to start with, so.
and I don't know what the cost is. It looks like it could be 1,200, 2,500, I don't know. I guess that'll be up to them, however they. It might be 1,250, it might be 2,500, I don't know. Looking at that, I can't really tell, but they'll know that. That's for the
A
permit.
lot of
for
that will be
IDM.
different, how many hours they have to, so.
But I make a motion that we allow Jack to sign that permit application.
And we do everything else later after we get there.
Yeah, once they apply for the permit,
Yeah, it will.
this is the fee to submit the permit for the permit. Once they get
They'll
the
put out
permit,
bids and we'll
they
have
will
to
be-
see what the
yeah,
bids
they'll
come
bid.
back. I think there was something in there that their estimated bids was.
They're estimating
well,
probably
we don't
to
wanna
cost
read
us
that.
57, but it's not gonna be that much, I don't think, because we've got the,
We've got the
we just got,
building, we've got
yeah,
the
we just
the
basically
water,
got to
we've got all of it.
move the tank inside and put in, basically bury a line out to the aeration tanks, which
I'll second that to keep it going.
hopefully it won't take long to do that if they get it done before it gets cold, but who knows?
All right, we got a motion and a second for the IDEM permit for a phosphorus out to the sewage plant. That carries. You have an invoice too, Dan?
I guess we'll run it through council. I don't,
Okay.
there's no sense in running it through here.
All right. Move on to the street department. One of the four-way stops we put in, we had a property owner request we move it 6 or 8 foot, so Brad took care of that, so that's all taken care of, moving the stop sign back to the east. Also, I touched base for the streets or the community crossings. Brooks Construction's got us scheduled for right around the middle of October to pave our streets. So it's just information. Weather's got a lot to do with that. So far, they've had perfect weather, I'd say, so. Fire departments like the radios, like the police department, I'm working on the radios to get them so they'll have enough to communicate with Jay County.
How many radios would they have to have?
The fire, they gotta have 20, he'd like to have 25 pagers. They use pagers, the volunteers.
Okay.
And then he needs he'd like to have 3 handhelds, and he needs his units in his truck. He's got 2 units, he's got 1 in each truck, and then he wants to put a new unit in a first responder car, and don't have 1 in it.
You have any idea what the costs are gonna be?
Yeah, I got
His part.
his cost, if everything that we started with was $154,000. But that's not gonna happen. We don't have that kind of money. So I would say he's probably looking closer to 50,000, 52,000. This is what Robert wants. He said we can get by with this and then maybe we can add
Add to it.
And they're wanting, they also offer a warranty, the county does, and they're also gonna offer, a maintenance program for them. I don't think we need either one of them.
Well,
We'll get our own radios anyway.
I think Portland's, we're talking like over $1 million for theirs, but they're looking at the water, they're looking at the street department, everything.
EMC, the emergency management, I talked to Mike Weitzel from the Portland Fire. He don't have an answer yet of how they're gonna get theirs, and I reached out to Mayor Westlake, and I haven't heard a response from him, so, both of them was an awful lot of money, so.
Yeah.
But I think we'll do just like we did the police department, where we'll get our own radios, and we can communicate with whatever. We'll be on the 800 band, what they're on. So
What are they doing with like Bryant, Red Key?
from what I can tell, the way I was talking to the commissioners, they said that they will buy everybody's, the Dunkards in Portland.
Yeah, I don't even know where they're gonna get their money. money, but that's, I guess, beside the point.
That's the way I took it, and I'll get an update on that as soon as I get a final list. And I'll bring a for sure figure back to the board.
Are we gonna have, is there gonna be additional cost for the police department?
Dane would like to have at least 4 more handhelds. He don't care if he has anything in the cars. We've got some in there, he says, he's talking to somebody that says that we can rebuild them and make them 800.
How about the base radio? Is that,
Yeah, we've already got that. We
and
bought
do they
that.
have that out the fire department, or is that gonna be, have to be put in out there?
He says he can, that'll be all right to base.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Jack, how many trucks is that? 5?
For the fire, we have both units, both fire trucks, and then they don't have anything in the first responder, the little car. He'd like to have a radio
So
in
only
there.
3?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good
And
news.
he would like to have 8 handhelds and 25 pagers. And I'll get a for sure figure on that, like I said here, together.
Handhelds?
8 handhelds,
I thought you
yes.
said 3.
I thought you said 3 too.
8's what he told me. I got it written down. He wants 1 for each fireman and 1 for each officer. Captain. That's what he
You're
wants.
talking about Dane, you
No, I'm
just-
talking about Robert. Dane wants 10 handhelds, but we've got 6, so we can make it with what we got.
Okay, so I'm confused on the 8 handhelds for the firemen, we only have 3 firemen.
Yeah, he wants 1 for all his officers. His volunteer officers. So we'll see how that comes out. When I get sure figures, I'll bring that back to the board.
And do you know what we're looking at, what column? What line item?
That, what we'd have to get, have come out of Loa. We don't have anything, any of that type of money in anything. I don't have anything for the park tonight. Carrie, you have anything for the clerk?
No.
What's the status on the flow test? Did they ever get it done?
Yes, we did not have enough flow. He can go into the, what'd you have off the fire hydrant, 720?
720 off the farm.
That's off a 6-inch line, right?
Yep.
You get down to the 4-inch, we didn't have enough to run the flow test. And if I'm understanding this right, that 4-inch line don't have no air in it, it just don't have much
It just don't have
boost
much
behind it,
pressure.
yeah. I talked to Mark yesterday, I talked to Rock Fuquay today and told him there was not enough flow there, we're gonna have to go in a different direction, so we'll see what they say. Did Mark give you a call? He
Who's
said he was
Mark?
going to. He's the guy that's doing the rebuilding the Shoemaker's building here across, right next to PD. That's what he does as far as suppression systems. Rock's got him working for the Stewart Brothers building. I don't know where a dry system would be better. He says it costs more. They're working that out and they'll bring that back to us.
So, but that's what we got behind there is a 4-inch line. And it's tied in between,
It goes, would you say J? J down to Washington.
it's 4-inch all the way through
Yeah. Comes off of the 6,
on both ends.
just on the J end, didn't you
I think
say?
it's a 6 and an 8 there,
It's an 8 on Washington.
this way. I think it's an 8 on.
I think it goes to Lincoln, doesn't it? Not Washington, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna have to happen with that. So.
Is this something we need bids on, or just the idea of how to build it?
Well, I don't think we need to put that kind of money into that. Hey, we're talking
Yeah,
probably a couple $1 million to put the new line in there. I think we need to revisit what kind of system they need in that building is what I think, so.
Yeah.
And that's what they're doing, so we'll be talking about it more, but,
have some contacts in that area if we need second opinions or
Okay.
quotes.
Well, that's, I guess my question was how far, if we had to upgrade the line, how far would we have to go if it was a matter of just between Washington and,
Have to
You
come
have
off
no-
J, wouldn't
You
you?
have no cross mains except for J, and you got a 1 inch on Commerce, but Lincoln,
okay.
so you have to go the whole way. Unless you cut back up another block and,
Or you dig under Main Street and tap in the alley, like Shannon's alley. It's a 8 inch, isn't it? But that's not gonna help his system. Really, to help the system, we need to loop it. I mean, it's looped, but we need to loop it. That would give him more pressure,
Yep.
more flow, whatever you wanna call it. He started talking about,
static.
yeah, something, you have to talk to Brock. I don't know anything about that stuff, so.
Okay, that's what I was just curious about.
Any other questions?
No,
If not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
second.
Motion and a second. We're adjourned.